This is 2021. Racism, nativism, demonizing. What he was saying is that the Trump supporters are racist, nativists, demonize. And if you guys just knock that off, we'll be good to go. And see, this is why we're not going to have any kind of, quote, reconciliation. Because not only do we disagree fundamentally about major things, on taxes, on spending, on immigration, on the Constitution, on foreign policy, on regulations, on health care, on education, on the military. Not only do we have substantial disagreements on things like race-based preferences and religious freedom and Roe v. Wade, but you believe that we have our positions because of, what did he say?
Our history has been a constant struggle between the American ideal that we're all are created equal and the harsh, ugly reality that racism, nativism, fear, demonization have long torn us apart.
And remember, you see, the whole analysis of President Trump's presidency is that, remember on election night, Van Jones? Van Jones says, this is white lash. This is white America fearing a changing America. And Donald Trump gave voice to this fear, gave voice to this racism, gave voice to this changing America that white people are so afraid of that they put a racist in office, somehow, I guess, to make white people breed more so they can outbreed people of color.
Well, you're further than anybody said you would be. And I have enough class, and I was raised well enough to say when you outdo,
yes, sir. Thank you.
When you outdo expectations, good for you. But there's another side to this. People have talked about a miracle. I'm hearing about a nightmare. It's hard to be a parent tonight for a lot of us. You tell your kids, don't be a bully. You tell your kids, don't be a bigot. You tell your kids, do your homework and be prepared. And then you have this outcome, and you have people putting children to bed tonight, and they're afraid of breakfast. They're afraid of, how do I explain this to my children? I have Muslim friends who are texting me tonight saying, should I leave the country? I have families of immigrants that are terrified tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
This was many things. This was a rebellion against the elites. True, it was a complete reinvention of politics and polls. It's true. But it was also something else. We've talked about race. I mean, we've talked about everything but race tonight. We've talked about income. We've talked about class. We've talked about region.
He's rolling now.
Talked about race. This was a white lash. This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president. In part.
Okay. Now, a white lash against a changing country. A country that just elected Barack Obama, whose mother is white. Anybody have a problem with that?
White lash.
And Van Jones is now divorced, but I believe at the time he was sitting here making this comment, he's married to a white woman.
White lash.
Nobody cares. Doug Wilder, a black man, was the governor of Virginia. Does anybody remember that Virginia was in the Confederacy? The capital was there? Black man. There are more black elected officials in the South per capita than anywhere else in the country. Do we need to do this all over again? Donald Trump got a smaller percentage of the white vote than Mitt Romney while getting a higher percentage of the black and Hispanic vote. How does that happen?
White lash.
700 counties in America, 2008, 2012, voted for Barack Obama. 200 of them in 2016 switched to Donald Trump. When did they become racist? the city of over 100,000 population that most voted for Donald Trump in 2016, Abilene, Texas, almost 80%. Guess which town just voted for its first black mayor? Abilene, Texas, in a landslide. And in this election cycle, this man improved on his numbers over 2016 in every major demo except one. He improved his vote among black men, among black women, among Asian men, among Asian women, among Hispanic men, among Hispanic women, among white women. The only major demo where he did not improve his numbers despite his dog whistle to racist, white men.
White lash.
Orlando Patterson. I've mentioned this before. He is a black sociologist at Harvard. Every sociologist I've ever known has been left-wing. He is no exception. Voted twice for Obama. In the 90s, the man said America, despite its flaws, is now the least racist majority white society in the world, provides more opportunities and more protections to blacks than any other country in the world, including all of those of Africa. He said that in the 90s, before Barack Obama got elected, let alone reelected. Back-to-back black attorneys general, back-to-back black secretaries of state, black CEOs, black mayors of every major city in America, New York, LA, Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas, Houston. Am I leaving anything out? Atlanta, Detroit, Cleveland. My goodness. News bulletin, racism, sexism, homophobia, no longer big deals in America. They really aren't. Look around. Open your eyes. Racism, nativism, demonization. Sigh.